evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome along to Stangmore Park this evening. It's a couple of weeks later than what we thought it would be, but here we are for the 2024 Fornacab Craig Stanfield Junior Cup Final. It's Cleary Celtic against Enniskillen Rangers. Thanks for joining me here this evening. I'm Mark Strange. I will guide you through this one this evening. The teams lining up here now. I'll give you a run through those lineups. Cleary Celtic in the green and white hoops, green shorts, green socks, and Enniskillen Rangers in all red. So for Cleary Celtic tonight, in goals Joseph Goodwill, Fergal Lavery, Owen Donaghy, Stephen Quinn. The captain is Brendan Coulter. They have Jack O'Doherty, Cathal O'Reilly, Mark Hughes, Neil Barr, Declan Monaghan and Stephen Hughes. Our subs then, Lee Lennon, Stephen McCabe, Thomas Marks, David Walker and Shay McAllister. And for Enniskillen Rangers then tonight, let's say in the red there, we've got Joel Peden in goal, Mark White, Justin Palmer, Jake Brown, Owen McManus, Jimmy Robinson, Mark Cutler, Nathan Kahn, Jason Keenan, the captain Kieran Smith, and Stuart Rainey, the subs for Enniskillen Rangers. Joel Byrne, Jordan McClure, Ronan Beattie, William Burley, and Luke Johnston. So we're getting just our handshakes out of the way here. Our referee tonight, Anthony Russell, assisted by Jason Maxwell, Matthew English, and our fourth official is Keith McVitie. As you can see here, a fairly sizable crowd in the red supporting Enniskillen Rangers tonight. Cleary Celtic have their support here with them too, although I would say fairly sizably outnumbered. And some of them may well be underneath us here. I can't see them. So we shall see if there's goals goes in tonight, then we'll see who's louder, there's more of us here. So really I think there's only one Rangers v Celtic game on this weekend, never mind the one at Hampden Park tomorrow. This is the big one, and thanks for joining us here this evening. Enniskillen Rangers, no strangers to this cup final. Three-time winners before that was broken by Willowbank back in 2019-2020 season. But for Cleary Celtic, there you go, there's the Cleary Celtic fans below us now, making themselves known. Cleary Celtic, a first ever appearance in this Junior Cup final. Cleary Celtic playing in the Carnbean League, Newry and Mourne League. They finished second in that this year behind Newry Celtic. While Enniskillen Rangers, well, they haven't finished their league season yet. They currently sit top, but could still yet be bested by the side they beat in the semi-final of this competition. Tummery Athletic, the side, of course, who appealed that semi-final defeat before that was eventually overturned and got us here this evening. And now we certainly can hear the supporters of Cleary Celtic below us here. That's the pre-match festivities, formalities, whatever you want to call them. They get underway here. And now the captains, as I say, for Cleary Celtic, 41-year-old Brendan Coulter. They'll probably not like me mentioning that at the top of the broadcast, but he's the captain there. Number 5 for Cleary Celtic, number 10 for Enniskillen Rangers is Kieran Smith. As we get the handshakes out of the way. A dull but warm evening tonight at the home of Dungannon Swifts here, Stangmore Park. Windsor Park not usable at this time of year due to scheduled maintenance, hence why we're here in County Tyrone. But a lovely venue this evening, good crowd in here, the artificial turf at Stangmore Park. The two sides into their pre-match huddle. Ahead of this one, our referee is Anthony Russell. And he is looking at his watch and has now summoned the teams to get ready here. So we're moments away from kickoff. And looks like it's going to be Enniskillen Rangers. And their number 9, Jason Keenan, who was a winner of this competition back in 2019, the last time that Rangers won this game, or won this cup, sorry. He and Kieran Smith standing there, getting ready to go. And we're underway. 2024 Craig Stanfield Junior Cup Final, and immediately Enniskillen Rangers on the attack. Down the left-hand side with Stuart Rainey, brought to ground by Fergal Lavery. Super start for the men from Fermanagh. And immediately they'll get a set piece here to get us underway. It's going to be Nathan Kahn who's standing over this one. Two-man wall for Cleary Celtic. A right-footed delivery from Kahn. Joseph Goodwill, you can hear there bellowing at his side there to sort out the wall. Here's Kahn's delivery, float it in. It's a good delivery, well headed away though by the captain, Brendan Coulter. Although it's going to come bobbling back to that man Kahn. Sends it back in, good touch on the edge of the box there. And away to Neil Barr. And Cleary Celtic will come away with it now. And there's a free kick. Foul this time by Jake Brown, who's played in every round for Rangers this year. Free kick taken quickly. I'm not sure Stephen Hughes is ready for that one, but he's being hustled here by Kieran Smith. And is forced to go back to his goalkeeper all in yellow. He sends one long right-footed. Brought down in midfield there by Cleary Celtic. That's a poor pass, and has Fergal Lavery under a bit of pressure, but it's away to Cathal O'Reilly. And there's a bit of a collision in front of us, and O'Reilly goes down that right-hand side. Good sliding challenge there from Justin Palmer. Throw in to the Newry men. Which O'Reilly will leave for Fergal Lavery. Lavery, well, I'm not sure who that pass is to, easily intercepted, and away come Rangers. And there's that man Brown again. Ooh, caught late there, advantage play by the referee. That was a strong challenge by Stephen Hughes. His brother Mark wearing number 8 tonight for Celtic. And a little bit of an inquest going on there with the Cleary Celtic side as Brown dusts himself off and gets back to his feet. Still crowds filing in here to Stanmore Park. It is a really good crowd for this final. Here's Owen McManus on the right wing now for Rangers. Back to Robinson. Right down in front of us here for Justin Palmer. And another strong challenge there from Stephen Hughes. They need to be careful. He's certainly letting the Rangers defence know he's there, but a little nod of appreciation and a clap of the hands with Jimmy Robinson. All's fair in love and war, as they say. Meanwhile, it's a goal kick here to Cleary Celtic, which Joe Goodwill, the former Camlock Rovers goalkeeper, takes. Sent down the left there, everyone Donaghy, headed back by Smith. And again, the two of them having their own little game of keeping the ball there. And here's Hughes and a ball down the middle. Looking for Neil Barr, can't find him. And still lovely skill there from Stuart Rainey. He's in space here now. 30 yards to go, hits it low, and he had Goodwill scrambling, but wide of the post. And Cleary Celtic won't be happy with how Stuart Rainey was allowed to run there, but a super effort from the Enniskillen Rangers man. That's the first real chance for either side. Joseph Goodwill says scrambling there. Not sure if he had had it covered, but moot point nonetheless as the ball goes wide of the post. And he'll send it long, right-footed, up to the halfway line. Good header won by Kahn. And it's a bit of head tennis there, and it's going to be brought down eventually by Keenan. And Keenan's still going. Oh, and he's adjudged a foul. Stephen Quinn there, just on the edge of his own box. A little bit of a let off there for Cleary Celtic. Yep. So Goodwill again getting plenty of touches here. He's going to be tasked with, I was going to say sending the free kick long, but instead he plays it to Donaghy. Front of the dugouts down there, sends one down the line for Hughes. That's nicely done there in behind for Neil Barr. Just to the byline, lovely skill from Barr. He's into the box, has to be careful, he goes down, told to get back up by the referee, still scrambling in there, and Hughes gets stuck into Kahn. And a first call or non-call, as the case may be there, from Anthony Russell. And he immediately told Neil Barr to get to his feet. Here's Rainey. Taken away though and cleared by Quinn. Here's Cam. Captain Smith down the right-hand side. Smith, ball through there, looking for his teammate. Well played out there by Jack O'Doherty. That teammate that was chasing that ball, Mark Cutler, in his third spell with Rangers, has scored in every round, and not content with scoring one in every round, he has 14 goals in this competition this year. Quite incredible record. So Enniskillen Rangers will be hoping for more of the same tonight for him. There's Khan again, getting stuck into everything. Cutler with a nice touch there. And Brown back into centre half, Jamie Robinson, not to be confused with the Irish League referee, Jamie Robinson. Sent forward there by Owen McManus around the left touchline for Palmer to chase. He does right the way into the corner, followed there by Lavery. He gets across in, and Cutler tried to get across the goalkeeper, but well read by Goodwill. And he just slows things down. Just with 7 minutes gone here. All sent long. Nice touch on there by O'Reilly. Backed up by Barr. Back to Hughes over the top there. Owens in behind here for Cleary Celtic. Dinked over the goalkeeper by Declan Monaghan, and just wide. Just wouldn't fall for him. A super effort there from Declan Monaghan. And then it's another foul from Stephen Hughes, who's racking them up and needs to be careful. But Declan Monaghan, the closest there to an opener, certainly for Cleary Celtic. He dinked it over Joel Peden in the Enniskillen Rangers goal. He's a big, tall lad. That's no mean feat from Monaghan. But the ball just wouldn't nestle in the corner. And Enniskillen Rangers survive. A free kick taken by Peden. On the right-hand side. And here's Robinson. Smith back to Peden on Black, his goalkeeper. Sent long. Lavery wins a header well. Brought down nicely though by Rainey. But now here's Cahill O'Reilly. He's going to try and race him into the corner for that one, but it's going to beat everybody to the byline. That's a throw in to Enniskillen Rangers. It'll be left for the left back, Justin Palmer. Palmer, and there's Hughes again getting stuck in, and a cleaner tackle that time, but the ball will find its way back to Peden. He spreads one right, nicely done, kept in over there by Owen McManus, but Smith sends one down the right now for a throw in. So approaching the 10-minute mark here at Stangmore Park in this 2024 Fonacab Craig Stanfield Junior Cup final. It's Enniskillen Rangers 0, Cleary Celtic 0. But an entertaining opening, this one, that's for sure. There's a long throw that has travelled down the line there for Barr. And throw into Enniskillen Rangers in front of their sizable support over at the main stand side, the far circular road side here at Stangmore Park. Peden. Long ball, and well, taken down the chest there by Quinn, and he sends one way up over our heads and into the gardens behind. So throw in to Enniskillen Rangers. I think Stephen Quinn there had more time than what he perhaps thought. We're waiting on a ball coming on here. Some poor neighbour behind here was going to be finding one in their garden. Palmer, good throw down the line there, flicked on by Keenan. And Smith back to Palmer. Smith tried a little flick through there, but it didn't work. Now here's O'Reilly. Riley, nice ball down the line there for Monaghan to chase. Peden though reads it well and sends that one into touch. So another ball lost to the garden behind. We're running out of match balls here very soon. Joel Peden sent that one way over the stand. Right for a throw-in. Good hustle in there from Declan Monaghan to force him into doing so. Now it's a throw-in to Cleary Celtic. On the right-hand side here, there's O'Reilly demanding the ball. After Mark Hughes, as I said, the brother of Stephen Hughes, who's now seen to switch over the left touchline, and that ball, well, neither Monaghan nor Barr were going to get in the end of that one. And Enniskillen Rangers can build from the back again. Just can't. Loads of time here for Mark White to come striding out of defence. They'll get it back, and ooh, there's a rash challenge there. A shrug of the shoulders there from Neil Barr. What did I do wrong, Mr. Referee, sir? As a Rangers player, who I can't quite tell who it is lying on the ground. That Rangers player is actually Nathan Kahn. But Barr escapes without a caution as Anthony Russell goes over to check on Mark Kahn. He's okay and immediately receives a short free kick into Keenan. Nice touch from him and a lovely one there to invite White forward. Heavy touch, but he's going to get on the end of it here. White gets across into the back post. There's that man Cutler. It stays in, but he's forced into the corner. There's a good ball across from White. Cutler now to the edge of the box for Kieran Smith. Back to Cutler in the box. Cutler hits one near post into the side netting. Corner kick, first of the evening. Good move there from Enniskillen Rangers. The ball initially from Mark White into the back post and well rescued by Cutler. And in the end, the effort from Kieran Smith deflects wide, and Nathan Kahn, who scored the opening goal in that semi-final win over at Toomary Athletic, is over to take this corner. Enniskillen Rangers not committing massive bodies forward. You can see there that, maybe you can't see in your screens, but I can see here that Declan Monaghan is the only man still left forward for Cleary Celtic versus 3 Rangers defenders. Here's Kahn's ball in. It's deep to the back post, headed away. Right for a throw in on the far side that Palmer will take. Smith gets it back from his captain and delivers right-footed, blocked out there by Owen Donaghy. And Palmer will leave it for the natural right back there, Mark White, as the floodlights now illuminate Stangmore Park. There's a throw in, that's a poor one, looking for Keenan, and Donaghy will hook it clear. Hughes again. He's determined to get stuck in, that's for sure. I think it's a matter of when, not if, he finds the referee's notebook. And the Enniskillen Rangers forced all the way back here with Owen McManus. Forward to Keenan, who came back from an offside position. Looks aghast, but that looked fair to me. Oh, there's a ball over the top. Hughes and Monaghan are both in behind. Monaghan's offside. I think if he left that for Stephen Hughes, he was onside, but the offside trap, maybe giving Enniskillen Rangers the benefit of the doubt there, but let's say they played the offside trap and it caught Declan Monaghan offside. There's White into the centre circle for Kahn. And Smith, nice interchanges in midfield from Enniskillen Rangers. Another one, Keenan to Smith. Went behind there, looking for Brown, but well read that time by Quinn. And now it's back here down in front of us with Justin Palmer. Away by Lavery. And O'Reilly, lovely flick to get away from Palmer, but he's quick and strong and he holds off Cathal O'Reilly. There's Stephen Hughes coming wheeling in there again on Justin Brown, who goes to ground, and that one looked a little bit soft, I'll be honest, but free kick nonetheless. As a drum has been brought out of the Enniskillen Rangers supporters there. First time we've heard that tonight. Sent long and looking for Stuart Rainey on this far side. Well read by Fergal Lavery, but Rainey will keep it in. Cuts in between 2 Celtic players before his path was blocked by Jack O'Doherty. And now it's all the way back with Owen McManus inside his own half. Smith, lovely flick on. Keenan wins a throw in on that right hand side, which White will take. Cutler Loses out to Hughes there, who this time is on the receiving end of a foul. That's a free kick. Certainly a physical battle so far, as you'd expect, but both sides playing some good football, not afraid to get the ball down, but also not afraid just to get it out the pitch, cause the other side trouble. And there's another example of that. O'Doherty, lovely touch from Monaghan. Although he's pushed wide there, but he keeps it in. Barr. Yeah, and Monaghan was offside. He knew at that time he left it. And Barr gives Mark White a bump. And the ball's out for a goal kick. Regardless, so we're just over 15 minutes gone here at Stangmore Park. If Cleary Celtic don't want to do that, he dinks him over the top, but just too heavy. And Goodwill will come out and immediately unleashes Fergal Lavery down the right-hand side. Rainey saw it coming and is tracking back hard. Lavery, and good work there from Rainey. But it's a throw-in to the Newry men on the right-hand side. And yeah, he's way too far forward. You can see every week in the top level of football, players stealing yards, but got to make it less obvious than that. Here's Cathal O'Reilly. Now to Lavery. In there to Hughes. For his brother, Stevens in behind here now. Gets to the byline, cuts it back, and Monaghan got a touch and just not clean enough, and an easy save for Peden, but another good effort there from Cleary Celtic. Their supporters down below us here. Plenty of noise. Lovely work by Kieran Smith. Dance past Mark Hughes and Jack O'Doherty, but Cutler now has it on halfway. Back to Robinson. Now White into Cutler, nice work, back to goal, but he gets goal side now. Oh, lovely skill there from Cutler, just a bit of a heavy touch. And there's the captain, Coulter, coming stepping out of defence now. But his pass is poor, and Brown in behind to Cutler. There's Cutler, sliding tackle. Oh, he goes down on the challenge of the goalkeeper. Referee makes the ball gesture. There was a couple of efforts there from Cleary Celtic to stop Mark Cutler, but Anthony Russell says that the sliding tackle initially from Brendan Coulter won the ball, and that the goalkeeper, Joseph Goodwill, didn't bring Cutler to ground. Not much complaints of Enniskillen. And then Lavery in behind for Monaghan, who gets ahead onto that one. There's Stephen Hughes striding onto at the edge of the box. Back to Monaghan, who's offside again, surely no. Monaghan near post into the side netting. Is that a corner? It is indeed. Enniskillen Rangers, I think, thought there was another offside there against the big forward, but good work from him. He's a lovely touch. Brought that one down, and the strike deflected into the side netting. So the first corner of the night for Cleary Celtic. It's going to be taken here by Mark Hughes. Mark Hughes going to take that corner, left-footed. In it comes all the way to the back post. Header up there by Coulter, and it just wouldn't drop for Monaghan. And that last touch does come off a green and white shirt. Goal kick it is for Enniskillen Rangers. That Joel Peden rolls short to Owen McManus. There's Can. Looking for his options. Looks for Keenan, but well read there by Mark Hughes. And Kieran Smith. And the danger man, Cutler. Brown. Looking out there for White, finds him. As Mark O'Donoghue slips and he cuts inside here, Mark White, edge of the box for Brown, first time strike but leaning back, and that's over the bar. He was always leaning back into that one there. You can see he was trying to do those, sort of wrap his foot round it into the corner, but just didn't get that. The precision, the accuracy. So another ball, I think that one landed on top of the stand, I think that one's safe. Either way, Joseph Goodwill has himself a new one to take this goal kick. And Goodwill sends that goal kick long, but only as far as Cutler. He nods it back down to Keenan. He tries to get past Coulter, but the experienced centre half holds him off and then finds O'Reilly, the danger man for Cleary Celtic. There's a nice lateral ball there to get Owen Donoghue involved. Flick on from Barr. Stephen Hughes stretches his neck muscles and sends that one forward to Barr again. Good challenge on him there. It was roundly well received. And a deflection off Hughes for a goal kick. I think that was Mark White down there, the right back, with a good challenge. Goal kick taken short. Clip forward. And Mark Hughes on halfway, back to O'Doherty. Just plays his teammate short and Smith, but that's an ambitious pass and well read in the end by Quinn, and Goodwill will pounce on that one. He's had plenty of touches of the ball, Joseph Goodwill, but hasn't had a save to make yet. Joe Peden hasn't really either, but both goalkeepers have been troubled without having to make too many, if any, saves really. White throw into Cutler. Look, he was stealing a few yards there too. But now here's the Hughes brothers combining. Monaghan back to Stephen Hughes. He gives it to his brother Mark down the left-hand side. He has Monaghan and O'Reilly in there. Goes to ground on their challenge, but is told again to get up by Anthony Russell. He'll certainly letting plenty go. O'Reilly cries of man on there for Jake Brown. And the ball is out here, Stuart Rainey, and there's a coming together there between Brown and Quinn. Now here come Enniskillen with Palmer, Enniskillen Rangers. Palmer to Smith in the centre circle. Keenan back to Palmer. He's going to hit one right-footed. Ooh, and that one had Goodwill worried. That's a good effort there with the right foot of the left back, Justin Palmer, who's doing his best to expel any myths or stereotypes about left backs not having a right foot. That's a good effort from Palmer. And Goodwill, I think, happy enough to watch it fly over his bar, but certainly very close. There goes goal kick again. Good header one there by Brown over O'Doherty, but careless giveaway, and there's Monaghan down the middle again. He's a big strong boy and has a lovely touch, and he's causing some problems with Jamie Robinson, but did he foul him? No, he didn't. And they have a throw in. Good industrious forward play there by Declan Monaghan. Now there's Hughes to Hughes again. Stephen now with a right footed delivery. O'Reilly's at the back post, but Peden, big tall boy, plucks that one out of the air. And then barrels one out, overarm to Cutler, who's urged forward by his bench and supporters in the main stand here. Keenan, lovely flick for White down the right hand side. Here's White to the byline. Mark White bumps off Coulter and wins a corner. Super work here. Enniskillen Rangers, when they get going, they're fast getting forward, and they went back to front really quickly and were causing Cleary Celtic some trouble. And they've got a corner for themselves, which Nathan Kahn is striding over to take here. 23.5 gone here at Stangmore Park, and an entertaining Junior Cup final so far. We saw the Intermediate Cup final a couple of weeks ago at Windsor Park. It was goalless and went all the way to penalties. This one has been even so far, but plenty of goal-scoring opportunities. Now Kahn with a right-footer outswinger. In fact, no, there's Brown arriving late for a short option. He'll deliver right-footed. It's a good one. Up goes McManus. It'll find its way to Palmer on the far side. Not his intended target there. Cathal Riley gets it away. And then Mark Hughes gives Monaghan something to chase, but there's Stuart Rainey back doing some good defensive work. And there's that man White, Mark White, who getting the end of that lovely flick by Jason Keenan. And there's Keenan. And now the right touchline, holding off Mark Hughes. But a good challenge there from Donaghy, and away come Cleary Celtic. There's Barr and Hughes. And then another strong challenge for White in that touchline that the Cleary Celtic bench weren't happy with, but referee waves play on. Good strong tackle. There's Keenan to Rainey. Has Palmer overlapping and screaming for it, but Rainey goes central. Still going and sort of got the ball tangled, but he has it again. Smith now, right-footed delivery in there. Cutler waiting. Good header away, a crucial one away by Quinn. There's Palmer into the corner. Good work there from Jake Brown to show him for his teammate, and he's considering a shot, and he hits one, and ooh, it skipped on the surface. A little bit of rain has fallen here. There's a little bit of glisten on the surface. And we got Tess Goodwill, but good hands from the Cleary Celtic goalkeeper to hold on to that one. volley forward there by Goodwill. O'Reilly tries to flick it on, but only drop for Khan. There's White. Smith. White goes all the way back to Peden. Robinson. Now Palmer. Palmer has space to run. Go inside to Brown, and then Palmer comes central, clattered there, advantage played though, and Keenan's into the box here. Nathan Keenan, oh lovely flick back to Cutler and over the bar. Oh, advantage was well played there by the referee, but Enniskillen Rangers couldn't take advantage, but they do play some lovely football. They Fermanagh men. The referee is actually going to have a word here with Stephen Quinn about that crunching challenge there that he played an advantage for. No card though, but perhaps a final warning for the Cleary Celtic centre half. Just both teams so far lacking that final finish, but both looking dangerous. Arguably the game tilting slightly towards Enniskillen Rangers. And here they have it, a game with Smith, who holds off the challenge of Hughes. Ball through there, oh, and just a bit long for Rainey and Keenan, who was gesturing to his captain. That's not really where he wanted it, but ball's in the gloves of Joseph Goodwill. And side foots of Ollie long, but easily won there by Khan, who was poleaxed by his own teammate McManus. And now it's over the top for Barr to chase. No foul there, but the ball will run through for Peden anyway. And haven't seen as much of the Newry men getting forward here as we have done earlier on in the game. Certainly Enniskillen Rangers, if it were a boxing match so far, I'd say it would be ahead on points. But this game is still level at 0-0. But a thoroughly entertaining 0-0 as we approach the half-hour mark here at Stangmore Park. Now here's Barr from Monaghan. Another good touch, and he brings in Stephen Hughes and immediately sets off for the penalty area. Oh, and an offside flag up against Hughes, much to the delight of the Enniskillen Rangers fans on that side. Their side are trying to steal a few yards there with the free kick, but told under no uncertain circumstances where to go there by Anthony Russell. But Cleary Celtic playing on the line. They're really the back line of Enniskillen Rangers here. And at times it's worked for them, but more often than not they've been caught out. Here's Robinson now for Enniskillen Rangers, dictating to his teammates where to go, but instead thinks it's easier just to go back to his goalkeeper on the edge of the box, and he has a whole pitch to survey and rolls it to Owen McManus. Keenan, Smith, sliding challenge by Mark Hughes, but he gets it away to Rainey in a bit of a snapshot, but that one never troubling the goalkeeper. He'll be happy enough with those are the sort of shots that are coming his way this afternoon. It's a dull, muggy evening here in County Tyrone. This game, of course, was due to be played on May Day, May 4th, but or May 6th. Sorry, getting the dates all mixed up, but that challenge and appeal by Tumry Athletic and their semi-final defeat has delayed this one until tonight. As I said, in the Fermanagh and Western League, Enniskillen Rangers are 4 points clear at the top. But Tumry Athletic have 2 games to go, one of which on the 28th is due to be between Enniskillen Rangers and Tumry. So that's going to be a big one next week. Let's see, to decide the league title. 2 sides who met in the semi-finals here. So there's a good delivery from White. Keenan goes to ground. That looked a bit soft. Back to Smith, now to Khan. Back to White. White being jostled there by Neil Barr. A lovely turn by Cutler. Delivers to Keenan, who's loads of room, takes a touch, has a man on. Oh, he just couldn't get the shot away. I think probably Jason Keenan thought he had more time than he did there. Rainey with the cross, Keenan steps across, it comes to Cutler, laid off for Khan, good block by O'Doherty. Smith back into Khan, who tried a bit of a no-look pass there, and that didn't work at all, but Enniskillen Rangers on the attack again there. Initially, Jason Keenan, I think, thought he had more time than he did. And a block in the end from Jack O'Doherty, preventing any further damage. Throw down the touchline by Owen Donachie. There's the Hughes brother combination again. Mark's pass is blocked though by Khan, and Stephen comes steaming in to challenge there, and no free kick given. But here's Mark Hughes. Now that's a late challenge, but play on, says the referee. Here's O'Reilly to O'Doherty, and Monaghan's offside again, much to his teammates' frustration and to Declan Monaghan's frustration too. But there's two Cleary Celtic players on the ground. One of them is Stephen Hughes, the other, I actually think it's both Hughes brothers are down. Mark and Stephen. Mark's back to feet, but Stephen not looking too happy. But 32 minutes gone now at Stanmore Park. Still goalless. Stephen Hughes is back to his feet. It's going to be throw in, sent down the line there by Palmer, flicked on by Brown, and there's Keenan, who's some lovely touches there. Brings Rainey into it, who slid in there a little late on Fergal Laver. Need to be careful with that, but the Enniskillen Rangers have it back anyway. There's Khan to Rainey. O'Reilly comes in behind the challenge, but still he keeps going. Rainey, and he looks like he's brought down. No, big call by the referee. He's letting the lot go there, and that one I think Brendan Coulter will be breathing a sigh of relief for. It looked like that could have been a free kick in a very dangerous position for the Fermanagh and Western League men, but not so, says Anthony Russell. And here's Smith to White. Enniskillen Rangers are really lovely skill there down the right hand side. He's been brilliant this first half. Back to Cutler, under pressure by Hughes. He was back out to White. He has time to get the cross in, and does. Good header away though by Coulter, and helped on its way by Hughes, but picked up middle of the Cleary Celtic half by Kieran Smith. It goes past Stephen Hughes, and there's White. Oh, and this time he's just gone too early. Cutler finished, but offside flag up long before it. I said it not so long ago, and I'll say it again. If this was a boxing match, Enniskillen Rangers would be leading on points, but so far they haven't been able to put the ball in the net. Well, they did there, but put the ball in the net and have it count. Anthony Russell is certainly letting plenty go this evening, and depending on which side of the fence you sit, that could be a good thing or not. For us neutrals here, it makes for a good free-flowing game, but some decisions from both sides felt they should have had and haven't so far. There's Quinn, wins a header, but only as far as Rainey. Oh, Keenan wanted it, but Rainey looked for his captain, and Stephen Hughes is there. And here's Coulter. Lavery, who lets it run for O'Reilly. Looking for options ahead of him, sees Monaghan, who comes deep for it. Good challenge on him by Khan. There's a poor pass though from Jake Brown to nobody in particular. Runs out for a throw-in. Ten minutes left, plus any stoppage time in this first half. There's just no goals so far, but plenty of action. Ball here now at the feet of Jake White. Sorry, Mark White. Coulter's clearance block, claims a handball, but Coulter will go in and win it again off of Cutler, and then shrugs off Jake Brown. And there's Hughes. O'Reilly in the centre circle has time to look up and pick out his option. He dinks one over the top. Looking for Mark Hughes, well dealt with though by Mark White, who has had an excellent first half, the Enniskillen Rangers right back. But then he gives it straight to Stephen Hughes, and a little bit of a rush here. Oh, there's Monaghan through the middle, just couldn't get his foot onto it. Justin Palmer was there with him, but not needed. Say we've a slight drizzle coming down here now. So we see the glisten on the artificial pitch here at Stangmore Park. Ball forward from McManus is dealt with there. Donaghy down the line, nicely done, finds Barr, who has Monaghan in the middle and Hughes with him. Barr turned the pace there to get past McManus, cuts it back, well intercepted by Robinson, who contorted his body into all sorts of shapes to get on the end of that one, and he had to. Lavery, free kick to Cleary Celtic, and well, a bit of a coming together, that's for sure, but of all the things Anthony Russell gives a free kick for, well, that's why he's in the middle and I'm not. Mark Hughes, ball at his feet here for a left-footed free kick just inside the offensive half. So send one in there and look for Coulter, whose route to goal was blocked by Khan, and Peden came out confidently, and then he gets his side on the goal quickly, but well read by Owen Donaghy, and just a little bit frenetic, but now Cutler brings it down to Smith and Rainey. Riley in behind him. Has Palmer now to his left, uses him. Justin Palmer on that right foot again. Dinks one in there, looking for Cutler. It's too long. It was a good ball, but just too much juice on it there from Justin Palmer, and it skips behind for another goal kick. 37.5 minutes gone here. So about 7 plus any stoppage time left. At the end of a really entertaining first half, it must be said. Stephen Hughes flicks it on, Monaghan throws himself out of it, McManus won the header. Quinn long, Robinson waited underneath that one and wins the header. Doherty back, the ball, they're getting altitude sickness here, but now Enniskillen Rangers are trying to bring it down with White. And Neil Barr makes a good challenge to throw in Enniskillen Rangers in front of the Cleary Celtic dugout. Throws it back to McManus, and Khan under pressure there, and that's poor. Gives possession back to Cleary Celtic inside his own half. A few cries of "Let's go Rangers" from the far side. So this is the appetizer to Rangers Celtic tomorrow at Hampden Park. There's Stephen Hughes, tries to flick one on, but sent on upfield. Quinn, ooh, heavy touch by Lavery, but he just gets in there. Gives it away to Palmer though. Slide challenge by Cahill O'Reilly, and then they're coming together there, and it's an advantage play to Enniskillen Rangers. Smith to Keenan, who fell over with his back on his feet. Keenan, can he get a shot away? He does, it's blocked. And again, I think Jason Keenan, sorry, just looking a little bit more time on that than he had. And he couldn't get the shot away before being smothered by the Cleary Celtic defence. Enniskillen Rangers are getting into their groove again here. There's Nathan Kahn. Right to White, in behind there for Rainey, who swapped flanks, but too long. That's a goal kick. Another one for Cleary Celtic's goalkeeper, Joseph Goodwill, to take. He's not in a whole lot of a hurry to get to it. It's been a fairly fast-paced game this first half, it must be said. Both sides playing some good football and getting the ball forward, but we'll see if that pace can be continued into the second half. Goodwill, long, header won by Brown over Hughes. Can Rainey keep it in? No, good effort, but the linesman says that the ball beat him to the touchline there, so throw in to Cleary. To be taken down there by the left back, Owen Donaghy. Nice touch by Mark Hughes, very nice. Monaghan, ooh, if that ball had found its way to O'Reilly, he was in, but it's a foul. on Declan Monaghan by Jamie Robinson. Much to the derisal of the Enniskillen Rangers supporters and bench down there. A free kick nonetheless here to be taken by the left foot of Mark Hughes. Clipped in by Hughes. Monaghan throwing himself at it. Oh, it's bobbling around in there, and Enniskillen Rangers do swipe it away before anyone in green and white could. And Cutler and Hughes go for that one. There's down the box there. I think the process elimination, it's Stephen Quinn. It is. He's back on his feet now, holding his left shoulder, I believe. Take a throw in with Quinn back on his feet and back in his position at centre half. Donaghy has ball in hand, ready to take a throw. Sends it long in there for Barr, but he was trying to shield the ball, but it skipped away from him and out for a goal kick, so that's a waste of a throw in from Cleary Celtic now. Immediately up the middle comes Kieran Smith for Enniskillen Rangers. Brings Justin Palmer into proceedings. He's followed by Cathal O'Reilly. There's Khan, loads of room on that right hand side for White, and he's asking for it, and he gets it from Brown. White, good delivery to the back post, but it's over everyone's head, and it's going to go for a goal kick just about. We've got about 2.5 minutes remaining in this first half. Joseph Goodwill certainly getting a goal kick practice in here. Another one for him to send yonder. Yonder does send a good header one there by Cam. Keenan nods it down for Smith. Cutler's making the run through the middle, but too long from Kieran Smith for goal machine Mark Cutler. Goodwill. Big long ball forward. Barr crumples under a challenge there from White, but Monaghan will get on the end of it here. To the byline with Jimmy Robinson. He makes a good sliding tackle, and it's a goal kick, even better for Enniskillen Rangers. Last touch coming off the big forward for Cleary Celtic. Still just testing that his board works there, I could see. He's getting himself prepped to show us how long we're going to have added on, but will we have a goal before then? Cutler, lovely footwork. He was fouled there. The linesman's called it on that far side, and a free kick given by the referee. No complaints there from Owen Donaghy. Enniskillen Rangers have a chance to bring the big men forward from the back. Robinson and McManus are striding forward. And Nathan Kahn has ball in hand here, ready to deliver. But again, well, actually now they're going to send Stuart Rainey forward. He's going to go to the back post. And a gaggle of shirts there just around the penalty spot. Russell goes, Cahn's delivery, here it comes. It's a good one, a good header away by Quinn, well met there. Robinson threw himself at it, and a grasping drive in from Brown. It didn't even make the penalty box. Oh, lovely flick from Monaghan, that's lovely. If Barr stayed on side, he's away. He has O'Reilly to his right, can he find him? He's outnumbered. O'Reilly slips, but Barr keeps it. Monaghan now to O'Reilly. The momentum lost slightly, but they've kept the ball. Good ball in for O'Reilly. Barr leaps at the back post, and it's going to go for everybody and out. Oh, Neil Barr has head and hands there. It's very easy for me to say up here, but down there he was surrounded by red shirts and just couldn't get the ball away. But a lovely flick from Declan Monaghan to initially send him away. And we're going to have one added minute here. We're into that now. At the end of a very entertaining first 45 of football here, I'm sure you'll agree, at Stangmore Park. Is there time for one more attack for either side? That was probably one with if not the most dangerous attack of the first half from Cleary Celtic. One ball forward there over the head of Rainey, on the forehead of Lavery. Now Riley. So Mark Hughes, who still looks to send his brother in behind and does. Took a bit of a deflection, but Hughes adjusts his run and gets to it. Left footed ball in. The pitch is certainly getting a little bit wet and slippery as Hughes falls over, and throw in Enniskillen Rangers, and that will most likely be the last attack of the first half. Andy Russell looking at his watch as Mark White picks the ball up, dries it off, sends it down the line, and that is indeed the last play of a really entertaining first half that is still goalless here. The 2024 Fornacav Craig Stanfield Junior Cup Final. Cleary Celtic 0, Enniskillen Rangers 0, but a thoroughly entertaining first half between these two sides. Stay with us for what is the conclusion of this game one way or another in the next 45 minutes. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Stanmore Park, where we're just about ready for the second half here of the 2024 Fonacab Craig Stanfield Junior Cup final, where it is Cleary Celtic about to kick us off here in the green and white. 0. Enniskillen Rangers in all red, 0. It's been a thoroughly entertaining first half, I must say. Chances for either side, but so far neither goalkeeper breached. A referee, Anthony Russell, just doing his final checks before he kicks us off here. As Declan Monaghan gets us underway. That's Cleary Celtic on the ball, and the rain is certainly coming down heavier. It's got heavier at half time. The pitch was already slippy, and now there really is going to be a little pace down the right there from Cathal O'Reilly. Blocked out for a throw in, an early throw for the men from Newry, the Carnpain League, the Newry and Mourne District League, where they came second behind Newry Celtic. Let's go a throw in here for Fergal Lavery. Quick run to the teams for Cleary Celtic. It's Joseph Goodwill in goal. And then from 2 to 11, Fergal Lavery, Owen Donaghy, as the throw comes in here to Stephen Hughes. Kieran Smith clears. Finish those teams in a minute for you. There's O'Reilly. Good turn away from Rainey. And a ball down the line there for Lavery, who can cut it back here. Oh, Barr was waiting on the edge of the box, and he sent him, play it into my feet, but well, he went looking for the back post instead and couldn't find it. Here's Khan. Nice ball. With Jake Brown, who invites Rainey to come forward. O'Reilly. The referee throw in. Oh, and he was. No, he's actually going to give Stuart Rainey, the number 11 there for Enniskillen Rangers, a bit of a talking to for opening his mouth to the referee. While he's doing that, it's the rest of the team for Cleary Celtic: Joseph Goodwill, Fergal Lavery, Owen Donaghy, Stephen Quinn, the captain Brendan Coulter, Jack O'Doherty, Cathal O'Reilly, Mark Hughes, Neil Barr, Declan Monaghan, Stephen Hughes for Enniskillen Rangers. And it's Joe Peden in goal, and it's Mark White, Justin Palmer, Jake Brown, Owen McManus, Jimmy Robinson, Mark Cutler, Nathan Kahn, Jason Keenan. The captain is number 10, Kieran Smith, and then that man I just mentioned, Stuart Rainey. No changes at the break. 5-man bench for each side. We'll see if any of them are required. We'll see if we're going to be finished up here by 90 minutes or whether it's going to take extra time, or maybe the dreaded penalties to seal this cup. The Enniskillen Rangers lost on penalties in 2020 to Willowbank. That ended their 3-in-a-row streak. They'll be looking to take the title back down the M1. While Cleary Celtic will be hoping for a first title. And there's a free kick given there. We can see Stephen Hughes there, number 11, Mark, number 8. Their brother Daniel also plays for the club, but not in the squad this evening. So it's going to be left for Owen Donaghy here to take the free kick. You can see that the rain coming down the pitch, the artificial pitch here at Stanmore Park. Lovely little ground here that Dungannon Swifts will call home. Good size for this final as Hughes comes short for it, and White comes with him. Now here's Declan Monaghan, who's got him behind here, is onside. And he dummies, cuts inside, right footed, strong shot, palmed away by Peden. He'll come out the bar, he lined up a shot. Good challenge from Brown. Cleary Celtic still have it, was all the way back to the halfway line. Declan Monaghan with a strong shot there, well parried away by Joel Peden. That's bound to sting the hands, maybe even hurt the wrist a little bit there. That's the first real chance of the second half. Enniskillen Rangers had the better chances in the first half. As captain, 41-year-old centre half for Cleary Celtic, Brendan Coulter, launches that one long, but to nobody in particular. So Peden rolls out to Robinson. Now here's Smith, the captain, dropping deep, looking for his options, and he chooses to roll it short to Robinson. Down the line there for Justin Palmer, who has a right foot delivery into the back post for Cutler on the head, and oh, just couldn't divert it goal bound. I think there's actually a free kick given there, is there? By the referee. And offside against Cutler, a man who I mentioned in the first half, in case you didn't hear. in his third spell with Enniskillen Rangers. Not only has he scored in every round on the way to the final, but scored 14 goals. Really an incredible record. He had the ball in the net in the first half, but the offside flag put paid to that. Joseph Goodwill taking his time here with free kick. Getting the ball back. So Enniskillen Rangers, of course, they beat Tumry Athletic 3-1 at Fernie Park. Ballinamar United's home in the semi-final. Ball's out for a throw-in into the garden behind us here on the left-hand side. Yet another one. I think we had at least 2 lost in the first half, so perhaps some disgruntled neighbours, or else maybe they're used to it here. Rangers on the way knocked out local rivals Lisbolaw United in the last 8. Beat Lurgan Town Reserves, All Saints Old Boys, and one of Cleary Celtic's local sides, Camlock Rovers, as well as FC Moylina. While for Cleary Celtic are coming forward here. Made a victory. They started back there with Ravenhill Young Men, Ballinamallard Reserves, Harden Wolf Welders under 21s, as I think that's Jake Brown on the ground holding his left knee. I hope he's okay. But the referee suitably concerned to get the medics on here. After those games, Ravenhill Young Men, Ballinamallard Reserves, Harland Wolf Welders under 21, Sandy Hill, Castlewell in Town, Coal Island Athletic, before winning their semi-final, which is also here at Stangmore Park against Lincoln Courts. To get to this final, as I said, they'll be hoping for a first ever victory. Bring this one back down the Newry. And as I say, suitable concern here for Jake Brown, the Enniskillen Rangers midfielder. A couple of their subs warming up behind the goal to our right hand side, behind the goal that Joseph Goodwill is manning for Cleary Celtic. This game, of course, was due to be played on the May Day bank holiday a couple of weeks ago, but postponed after the Tumry Athletic, in the semi-final, they lodged a protest for a suspended player ending up in the dressing room, but that appeal eventually overturned, and Enniskillen Rangers are back in the final for the first time since 2020. That was their 4th final in a row. They'd won the 3 before that. And also my apologies to Jake Brown. I just spotted that's not him at all. Trying to do by process of elimination here, so I still can't see the number on the back of the shirt there. It's actually Owen McManus, the centre half, but grimacing on the sideline, but looks like he's going to at least attempt to come back on, as that throw in for Cleary Celtic is away by Kieran Smith. Now here's Cutler. Down the line, but well read by Jack O'Doherty, and now Stephen Hughes, who tore into some fairly meaty challenges in the first half, but avoided the notebook of Anthony Russell, as Owen McManus is back into centre half position quickly, as Cleary Celtic are in behind. Here's Declan Monaghan, and that's going to beat the big forward to the byline. McManus still rather ginger on that leg, so that's one of their subs of Enniskillen Rangers of Joel Byrne, Jordan McClure, Ronan Beattie, William Burley and Luke Johnston on the bench, as there's a loose pass, and they're not quite as accurate as they were in the first half. We're throwing actually given there to Enniskillen Rangers. Must have been a slight touch of a green and white shirt. Here's McManus, and see how he's testing out that knee. Goes back to his goalkeeper Peden in the all black. Joseph Goodwill at the other end on yellow. So tonight's cup final, a nice appetizer for a couple of cup finals tomorrow. The Scottish Cup final will also be a Rangers and Celtic affair. And the FA Cup final, ball in behind looking for Cutler. Too long. Coulter slid in there, and he seems to be limping a little bit as well. Maybe it's this wet turf here now as the miserly rain continues to fall on Stangmore Park that's causing some trouble. One McManus, and just looking at him here to my left, appears to have shaken off his ailment. As Goodwill will send that goal kick forward. Good flick on by Mark Hughes above Smith. He's a big, tall, rangy midfielder. Doherty sends it back, and Smith brings it down for Khan. And there's Stephen Hughes again, and say not afraid of a tackle. Neither's Declan Monaghan. He's a big, strong man. He put Jimmy Robbins under a lot of pressure there, and he's won his side a throw in here, which Fergal Lavery will take. O'Reilly, Cathal O'Reilly into Monaghan, lovely touch, hits one. Ooh, flashed across the face of goal. Joel Peden let it run. He had a better view of it than me. He must have been happy enough that that was going wide, but Declan Monaghan has a little bit of magic in those boots there. He's taking some lovely touches. So he stung the palms of Peden not long after the break, and then he flashes one across the face of goal. He played just over 10 minutes here in the second half of this Fonacab Craig Stanfield Junior Cup Final, the 2024 edition. I'm Mark Strange here. Thanks for tuning in this evening. McManus now to Khan. And there's the goal machine, Cutler. Brown, man on. That man is Stephen Hughes, and he's been fouled as the two Hughes brothers went and scythed into Jake Brown. The referee happy to let the Fermanagh men take that free kick quickly, and Kieran Smith. Keenan back to Smith. Smith on the right foot. Oh, good save down low by Goodwill, and it breaks for Lavery to clear away. Not very far though. The danger's not over. Stuart Rainey now gets into the back post for Cutler. It's too long, but he is going to keep it in. No, he's not. It must have drifted out for a goal kick. But first real chance of the second half there for Enniskillen Rangers with the captain Kieran Smith, with the effort well stopped by Joseph Goodwill. And both goalkeepers have been tested here in the opening 10 or so minutes of this second half, and both have been up to the challenge on both occasions. And here's Goodwill to send that one forward. Header one there by Khan. Well done in midfield. Smith with Hughes again on them, and he's caught Smith late there, but referee plays advantage, is with Stuart Rainey in the corner. Smith has stayed down, but his side are playing on here. Lovely footwork by Rainey, but cleared by Cleary Celtic. One's in the roof of the main stand over there, and Kieran Smith is back to his feet in this game full of robust challenges, as you would expect for a cup final. As Fergal Lavery will take the throw-in. Told to take a few steps back to the referee, which he does, and then promptly takes all those steps back again. He's on the line. Stephen Hughes, nice Khan away. Lavery up into the darkening sky here. Ooh, good header one there by Brown. Strong header over O'Doherty, and now down that left-hand side goes Rainey. Back to Jake Brown into Justin Keenan. The turn, Keenan's shot deflected corner. Good defensive work there from the Cleary Celtic captain Brendan Coulter, but that's a lovely turn there from Jason Keenan. He showed some good footwork in the first half, Keenan. He's a threat up there, but well dealt with by the Cleary Celtic captain Brendan Coulter. Now we're going to have a right-footed in-swinging corner here from Nathan Khan. In it comes. Delivery. McManus gets up, but did well to get his head onto it, but couldn't direct it goal bound. His knee must be better there. It was a good leap from Owen McManus, the centre half, but just couldn't direct it goal bound, and that threat comes to an end. Goodwill sends goal kick long, headed away by Brown. Keenan nearly in again. Smith over the top for Keenan. Good work by Quinn. It's going to drop for Cutler though. Keenan, shot blocked again by Quinn. Comes back to Kieran Smith on the chest. He's going to hit one, he does, and well, that one's going to go for, well, it is a goal kick. Thought that might actually go all the way for a throw in, but a bit of a wild effort there by Kieran Smith. I think he saw his name up in lights in the headlines. Fermanagh Herald after that one, but not so. So we're going to see a sub here. Maybe not right now, but if not now, then the next break in play for Enniskillen Rangers. First for either side. Goodwill slips, taking the goal kick. As I said, this wet pitch causing a bit of havoc. White's lazy pass there, almost intercepted by Monaghan. Although White, I think, was maybe signalling the touchline. He's not happy, so maybe it's him that's coming off. We'll see now. Or not. Throw in taken. Back to Robinson on the halfway line. And Robinson was all the way back to the edge of his own box for Joel Peden. That's off the left back, Justin Palmer. Good touch there from Brown. Ooh. And then cleared away. Robinson back to Khan, right in the centre of the park. Khan looks for Palmer again, can't find him though, and it's away with O'Doherty. Late challenge there from Brown on Hughes, and I think he's going to be the first man to go in the book here. He is indeed. Jake Brown is going to get booked there for a pretty wild and reckless late sliding challenge on Mark Hughes. And Anthony Russell, who's let plenty go this evening, happy to let the game flow and let the robust challenges come in, but that one a little too robust even for him. So Jake Brown, the number 4 there for Enniskillen Rangers, the first man to go into the referee's notebook. And still, the Enniskillen Rangers sub waits on the sideline, and now he is going to come on. Coming off then is going to be Stuart Rainey, and he's replaced by Joel Byrne. So Mark White on this side, as I said, was gesturing that he wasn't quite happy, but he's still on, and it looks as though that's going to move Jason Keenan to the left wing and put Byrne up front there, a tall, rangy striker. As Lavery sends that free kick upward towards Monaghan. He wins the flick on, but Palmer will clear. There's Keenan. Hughes comes steaming in and concedes a throw-in. We've played just over an hour here now at Stanfield Park. A really enjoyable Fonacab Craig Stanfield Junior Cup final. Cleary Celtic 0, Enniskillen Rangers 0. There's Smith. To Palmer. That's 1-2 between Palmer and Bryan, and now here comes Palmer, and now Brendan Coulter with a thumping challenge. He collides with Justin Palmer, and the two of them felt that one for sure. Palmer perhaps got the worst of that one, but that was a thumping tackle as we see the rain really come down here on Stangmore Park. There was a little bit of a light dusting in the first half, but at half-time it started coming down. It hasn't really stopped. So that there in the end was actually a free kick too. Cleary Celtic that Lavery will take here. He sends it long. Good header one there by Palmer over O'Reilly. There's Keenan. Khan now. He's been excellent in midfield. First touch there for Byrne. Lays it off for Smith, but away by Cleary Celtic. Smith wins that well off Cathal O'Reilly. And another nice touch now. There's Stephen Hughes looking for Monaghan down the right hand side, but header one by Palmer, and Enniskillen Rangers will break with Keenan. And that's a poor pass to Smith, and perhaps it's the weather, perhaps it's the tired legs, but a bit of a loose play. There's Brown now as the latest to win the ball back after loose play. Good ball in for Cutler. Cutler takes a touch, didn't really have time. He's offside anyway. That was an excellent ball in from Jake Brown looking for Mark Cutler, but offside against the Enniskillen Rangers number 7. The man who scored double that amount throughout this tournament. Joseph Goodwill frustrated with his lack of options there. Send it long. Doherty wins a good flick on above Khan, but McManus is to it before Monaghan. Smith to Brown. Can with Barr on him there. I haven't really seen much of Neil Barr in this second half. Byrne flicks on. Looking for Cutler. Lovely touch there by Monaghan. And he slips at the last moment there and gives it away. And now here's Nathan Can to Cutler. Good challenge on him there by Donaghy. But they'll go back to White. Jimmy Robinson is struggling there after that coming together with Declan Monaghan. But Nathan Can's going to give him a pass. He won't really thank him for it. He loses out. Stephen Hughes. Cathal O'Reilly sends one searching down the line for Monaghan, and Jimmy Robinson does an excellent job. If he is injured, he's bravely playing through the pain. Smith to Can. McManus. Palmer to Byrne. Joel Byrne, lovely touch from him. Back to Kieran Smith. Now Nathan Can. And Smith again. Man on is the cry. Stephen Hughes behind him, and the pass is just too long for Byrne. Coulter took a risk there, but is bailed out by a challenge by Mark Cutler. And I think the referee is going to have a word here with Declan Monaghan. In fact, it's going to be a belated booking for the big forward. I think for whenever he slipped, he caught Jimmy Robinson, and the referee has come back to book him. I mentioned earlier Mark White isn't looking too happy, and he's now sat down, and another sub is coming on here for the Fermanagh men, and I would imagine that is the right back's evening over. Unfortunately, he was excellent in the first half, getting up and down the wing with ease and delivering some teasing balls and linking up well with his forwards, but the second half haven't really been able to get into the game as much. Perhaps that injury has slowed him. It does indeed look like Mark White's evening is over. Man, he joined the club back in 2016. He's been here, so he's seen all of the previous Junior Cup successes, wanting to add a fourth to his resume tonight, but he's done for the evening. And fourth official just waiting before he can call on the number 16 there, William Burley. And it appears Burley is going up top as well, so a couple of attacking substitutions here. So it looks like as though Jake Brown will drop into right back where White was occupying. And then Cutler, Burley and Byrne now making up a front three. The midfield then of Can, Smith and Keenan. Here's Barr. Good challenge by Can. Burley gets his first touch. Now it's out in the right touchline for the 18-year-old Joel Byrne. Good challenge by Coulter, but that's a throw into Enniskillen Rangers that Byrne will leave for Brown. And McManus comes short for him. And delivers a teasing ball. It's a good one. Burley gets a head on it and flicks it wide. Corner kick. Excellent work there from William Burley, getting himself into proceedings straight away. And Enniskillen Rangers will be hoping for that these two attacking subs will turn the game for them. They're going to send pretty much everyone forward here. No sign of a sub yet for Cleary Celtic, although two have been made for Enniskillen Rangers. It's going to be a right-footed in-swinging delivery here from Nathan Can. And it comes the front post. Good header away there. I think that's from O'Doherty. Picked up there by Palmer, and he gets into the corner past Barr. Gets a good delivery in and away. Only as far as Keenan. Can he get a shot away? Can! Oh, just over the bar. Shot on the turn from Jason Keenan. And just over the top. And Cleary Celtic are Not exactly getting forward at much haste here, despite the goalkeeper's encouragement. Goodwill forward. Jack O'Doherty wins a good header. Stephen Hughes almost in for O'Reilly. There's Mark Hughes, his brother. Plays it into Stephen. O'Reilly. And O'Reilly wins a throw-in well off of Palmer. Don't want to be taken now by Lavery. A couple of Cleary Celtic subs warming up just to my right-hand side behind Joseph Goodwill's goal as Smith and Hughes collide, and at the concession of a free kick by the Enniskillen Rangers captain. So we're having to get the protective equipment out here for the camera. Rain's coming in to our gantry up here. Thought we were safe, but evidently not. Good delivery here now from Donaghy. It's a good one too to the back post. Well up there is Burley, the centre, the new striker on, and Hughes gets it back in. Blocked away to Quinn. Keenan, good challenge. Quinn didn't see him coming. And now Smith will give Byrne something to chase down that left-hand side. Not much support, but lovely skill by Joel Byrne. He's still going, and still. And he lays off to Burley. Super work there from young Joel Byrne. He's kept it alive here for Enniskillen Rangers. Now his support is right. Here's Cam. Smith flicks it on to Byrne. Returns, goes goal-bound. Good challenge that time though by Donaghy, who, well, I think got caught in two minds there and that allowed Cam to come back and make a good challenge. Nathan Cam down the touchline now. The Cutler in there. Burley! The substitute has scored. Barely on the pitch, 5 minutes. And William Burley has given Enniskillen Rangers the lead. A super ball in from the right-hand side and finished off by the big striker off the bench. And we have our opener here. 70 minutes, just over 70 minutes gone. And it's the Fermanagh men who have taken the lead here. It's William Burley. A super ball in from the right-hand side from Mark Cutler, the man who has scored so many goals to get them here. He turns provider this time, and William Burley sliding in to finish past Goodwill. Super goal from Enniskillen Rangers. Now we'll see what the Cleary Celtic have in response to this. That has woken up both sets of supporters here now. As Declan Monaghan and Mark Hughes are set to get us underway again here. Big goal from the substitute. Barely on the pitch, 5 minutes. And a super change there from the Enniskillen Rangers manager, Stephen McFrederick. And we'll see if his opposite number, Robert Quinn, has anything up his sleeve now, or what his side can do to come back. That's opened up the game all of a sudden. There's Lavery in behind for Monaghan all of a sudden. Declan Monaghan is in here to the right of goal. Oh, he just played it past the post. And it's actually took a touch off Joe Peden. And immediately Cleary Celtic, I said, what do they have in response? That's exactly what they have in response. And that goal may well have just opened up this final. So close. Mark Hughes here is ready to take the corner, but his teammates have to tell him to wait. They're coming forward now as quick as they can. It's a left-footed in-swinger here from Hughes. In it comes, away, ooh, and it just wouldn't fall for Monaghan at the back post. Flicked behind for a corner though on the far side, which Cathal O'Reilly is now over to take. The crowd is alive here after that goal on both sides. Super response here from Cleary Celtic. Can they get an immediate equaliser? It's going to be a right-footed in-swinger here from Cathal O'Reilly. Plays into the back post. Coulter is up, wins a header, but Can will not clear. And now away comes Cutler. O'Reilly's coming with him. He plays it in for Byrne. Byrne has got past Donaghy, but he's been forced out left. Red shirts pouring forward with him. He's got Smith on Cutler if he looks up. He tries to jink inside. He keeps it though. And we'll roll it back to Palmer. Keenan. Now Palmer again. Byrne, he's been excellent since coming on too. Those two attacking changes from Stephen McFrederick for Enniskillen Rangers has really worked out here. And here's Owen McManus. Apologies about some industrial language there. It is a cup final after all. There's McManus now, back to Robinson. Byrne to Khan in the centre circle. And now it's been back to Robinson with Stephen Hughes on his back. There is going to be a sub here for Cleary Celtic. We'll see just what that is momentarily. There's McManus now into the goal scorer Burley. Back to Smith, and now Khan in the centre circle. He's been excellent in midfield tonight. There's that man Byrne again. Is he going to have a shot? He is. He's worked space for a shot, and he's forced Goodwill to palm it behind for a corner. Super shot there from Joel Byrne. A good save from Joseph Goodwill in the Cleary Celtic goal. Excellent work there from Joel Byrne. Burley has got the goal and may well get the glory, but Joel Byrne has been an excellent introduction too. This corner is going to be taken before the Cleary Celtic sub comes on the far side. Can't quite read the number on the back of his shirt from here, so we'll let the fourth official tell us momentarily. But for now, Nathan Khan is going to take this corner now. With just over 15 minutes to go, well, basically right on 15 minutes to go, Enniskillen Rangers have the question: do they go for a second or do they hold on? They've crossed it in. Goodwill comes out to punch, and Lavery clears. Now Monaghan, can he get in behind here? Declan Monaghan, he's outnumbered 2-1, but he's a big man, he's strong. He holds off Robinson. Robinson slips. Monaghan is forced to the byline. Green and white shirts trying to get forward with him here. One of them is Neil Barr, but he finds O'Doherty and can get all the way back to make the challenge. Declan Monaghan did well there, but just no support up with him. McManus back to Brown. He sends it down the line. Brendan Coulter. Donachie, and now Mark Hughes. Still we wait for that Cleary Celtic sub. Keenan on the back of Hughes. To his brother Stephen. He plays an ambitious ball out for O'Reilly, but can't find him. And now there's Byrne. Every time he gets the ball, he really gets people out of their seat. Oh, and that's a foul there by Stephen Hughes, and surely he must go in the referee's book now. Kieran Smith tried to tell him that. The referee will not like that one, but that was a poor challenge by Stephen Hughes there on Justin Palmer, and indeed, after some robust challenges throughout the game, Stephen Hughes does get in the book, and that is actually his last action of the game. He almost escaped without the booking, but Stephen Hughes, his evening is done, and Shay McAllister is the man who is coming on to replace him for this last 13-14 minutes here. We've 77 gone here at Stangmore Park. It's Cleary Celtic 0, Enniskillen Rangers 1. That's maybe a little bit of a pantomime villain for the Enniskillen Rangers fans making his way off. And Shay McAllister is the man on for him. But his first action is going to have to be join his teammates to defend a free kick here that Nathan Khan is going to deliver. Ball in towards the back post. McManus gets a head on it. It's in! It's Keenan! If he stayed on side, it counts, and he has! It's 2-0 to Enniskillen Rangers, and that may well be the goal that just seals this final for the Fermanagh men. Jason Keenan, he's had chances throughout this game, but he finishes that one. He got on the end of a knockdown from Owen McManus, and it is Cleary Celtic 0, Enniskillen Rangers 2. And now the Newry men have a long, long way back in this final. Enniskillen Rangers have one hand on the trophy that they last won back in 2019. That was 3 in a row. They're going for number 4. And a poacher's finish from Jason Keenan, as Owen McManus got up to win the header from Nathan Kahn's superb free kick delivery, it must be said. His set pieces all night have been excellent. And Keenan, who scored the winner in the last final victory back in 2019, may well have scored the one that seals it. Cleary Celtic responded to the first goal by immediately going the attack, but not so this time. Kieran Smith has it. McAllister, the sub, is with him. Byrne tries to flick it on. Quinn. Now Barr to O'Doherty. Lovely touch by Monaghan. He's, well, almost lovely touch. Just a bit heavy. Cutler tries to flick it past his man. And there's Shay McAllister, the new man on. That ball from Barr. Right beside our microphone, as I'm sure you heard there, but it's intercepted by Jimmy Robinson. And it looks more and more likely that the Junior Cup is heading back west down the M1 to Enniskillen, Enniskillen Rangers. Their place here, well, they earned it in the semi-final, of course they did, but it was then confirmed for them in the boardrooms. But they have won it. Well, they've almost won it. I don't want to count the chickens too soon, but they've almost won it here tonight on the pitch, as they look to bring it back for the first time since the third in a row in 2019. Byrne now tries to hold off Donaghy. He does so. McAllister. Good challenge by Byrne, as the two of us in the gantry were ducking for cover there. That one was close. But in the end, it's out for a throw-in, and we're going to have subs here. 1 for Enniskillen Rangers and 2 for Cleary Celtic, as Robert Quinn tries to make some late changes. So for Enniskillen Rangers, Mark Cutler is coming off. He may well have had plenty of goals on the way to finally. Hasn't scored tonight, but he set up the first and has been dangerous all night. He's off for Jordan McClure. And then already, before the board has gone up, it's Jack O'Doherty and Declan Monaghan who are off for Cleary Celtic. We'll see what numbers go up on the board to replace them. But as I say, it's Cutler off for Jordan McClure for Enniskillen Rangers. And Cutler gets a rapturous round of applause from the Enniskillen Rangers fans in the main stand here. And the referee has allowed play on. And Cleary Celtic, we have 9 men on the pitch here. Well, they have to let the subs on here, referee. And on comes one of them now. That's a bit of a mess. And they're both on now. One of them, number 16 there, is David Walker. And the other in the yellow boots, identity unknown until I see his shirt number here. That's number 14, is Stephen McCabe. So just a reminder there, well, I'll get that reminder. Yeah, it's going to beat O'Reilly to the touchline. So for Cleary Celtic, it's Jack O'Doherty and Declan Monaghan who are off. For Stephen McCabe and David Walker. And for Enniskillen Rangers, it's Jordan McClure on for Mark Cutler. So you've got 8 minutes plus stoppage time to go here at Stangmore Park after a goalless first half. 2 goals in this second half, one from William Burley, the sub, and one from Jason Keenan. And the Enniskillen Rangers have one hand on bringing an old friend back home with them tonight, as Keenan was working really hard all night. A good challenge there. Now here's Cathal O'Reilly, flicks one on there for the new man Walker to chase. But Khan, who has been superb in midfield tonight, his free kick delivery that was nodded down by Owen McManus and finished from close range by Keenan for the second. Jimmy Robinson high up into the rain, flicked on by Palmer. McAllister loses out to Burley there. And now Khan down the line for young Joel Byrne, who has had such an impact since coming off the bench, the young 18-year-old striker. Donaghy down the line for McCabe, but he loses out. Burley, ooh, and you could tell the ball he was looking for there. He's looking for the new man McClure on the left-hand side, but too long and into the gloves of Goodwill. He has made some good saves this evening, Joseph Goodwill, but nothing he could do about either goal. Kieran Smith can for Palmer. That's a bit heavy, but he keeps it in, and a bit of a rogue back pass there to Peden, who does an excellent job to take it in his chest before clearing long. Not one that the goalkeeper wants to see coming his way. And eventually, after a bit of back and forth and altitude sickness for the poor ball, that goes out for a throw-in on the left-hand side for Enniskillen Rangers that, understandably, Justin Palmer is not exactly in a great hurry to take. Being hurried along by the linesman on that side. The linesman tonight is Jason Maxwell and Matthew English, with Keith McVitie, our fourth official, Anthony Russell, our referee, who has let plenty go tonight. And, well, I suppose that's what you want to see from a referee in a final, but both sides have had shouts for fouls not given. Such is life. Here is David Walker now. Hughes, now O'Reilly. Made off there to Quinn. Room in this side for Owen Donaghy. He has to go backwards to get that ball, but keeps possession for the Newry men. And the ball down for Shea McAllister. 2 subs combining there. And Burley, one of the subs for Enniskillen Rangers, a goal scorer, back defending, concedes a corner. So Cleary Celtic here, well, they need to start doing something. Their supporters down below us here in the standing area below. You can hear them supporting their side. So Cahill O'Reilly take that right-footed in-swinging corner. And youth was on the books at Portadown, Glentoran and Cliftonville. I'm now being in a competition here with the Cleary Celtic supporters below. Hopefully you can still hear me okay. It's the referee not happy there with Stephen McCabe giving the goalkeeper some trouble. 5 minutes plus any stoppage time to go here. A goal here for Cleary Celtic will certainly make it interesting. They need one sooner rather than later. O'Reilly with the delivery. Coulter got his head onto it, but just a bit too high, and Smith and Barr will go for that one, and Smith bumps off Barr and wins the ball. Barr has stayed down, but Joel Byrne tries to come away with it, and he does win it back. Oh, the concession of a foul on Mark Hughes as Neil Barr has stayed down in the far corner after that, coming together with Kieran Smith. Hopefully he's okay and that's not how his evening ends. Well, they're playing on here, and there's the referee. The referee is not played on. Cleary Celtic with absolutely no regard for their mate there, who's lying down in a considerable amount of pain. So that will surely add to some of the added time. So, well, you just heard someone there. I was about to tell you the time, but I don't need to now. We've got a timekeeper below us. We've got about 4 minutes plus added time here at Stangmore Park. Like I said, Cleary Celtic need a goal sooner rather than later if they're to stand any hope of even taking this game to extra time and bringing the Junior Cup back to Newry for the first time. Neil Barr is getting a treatment, is off the pitch, so I think Anthony Russell is happy enough to play on, although he's limping pretty heavily, so that may be the end of his night. We shall see, but for now Mark Hughes takes the free kick left-footed. Down the line looking for Lavery, well intercepted by McClure. O'Reilly back in there, and a header away this time by McManus. O'Reilly. Lavery gets it into the back post, and it's going to be drift behind for a goal kick, and that's not what Cleary Celtic needed. Clock is ticking, time is running out, and the old masters of this Junior Cup, quite incredible record really that Enniskillen Rangers have had over the past few years, but after the Cup went to Dergview Reserves last year, Fermanagh men looking to bring it back home for the first time in 5 years. And now Neil Barr is going to come back on here, so look, he is going to complete the evening. Stephen McCabe with a throw, and it's a good one down the line, looking for Hughes, headed behind by McManus, and that's another corner which Cahill O'Reilly is over there to take, but Mark Hughes will take it instead, and they're rushing and they weren't quite ready, and now Keenan come away with it. Man, he got the second goal. Like I said, he scored the winner back in 2019. McAllister glanced off the top of his head, but thankfully back to his own teammate. Ball over the top, McManus gets a head onto it, McClure, and now Smith. Can they get a goal to finish it here for Enniskillen Rangers? Smith to Byrne. Oh, the defender slipped. Joel Byrne is in here, forced wide, and the shot is weak in the end, but good job he held on to that one because Jordan McClure was coming in. And there's Keenan again, just superb work. Now he's going to try and beat Lavery, but he can't do so, but just tireless work there from Jason Keenan. And we don't have long left here now. We're into the last minute of the 90. We'll see very shortly what sort of added time our referee will allocate. As we see here that Just out of your picture, Jake Brown down here, who started the game in midfield. Has been in a few robust challenges, has finished there right back after Mark White was forced off with injury. But he has been excellent. He was just gesturing to his teammates there, keep the heads. We're not there yet, but they're very close. They have at least one hand on the trophy. They might even have nearly all two on very shortly. Here's Khan. Got a free kick there giving us Burley for a foul on McAllister, who then doesn't take too kindly to Nathan Khan throwing the ball away. Fergal Lavery. Send that free kick long, but it's over the top of everybody. Khan wins a header. Drops for McCabe in the left corner of the box. Good delivery in there. Header won by Walker, and it's over the top. As Nathan Khan then immediately falls over and asks for the dreaded cramp. And that's 4 minutes to be added on here. So 4 minutes for Cleary Celtic to do something dramatic here. 4 minutes for Enniskillen Rangers to hold on. Nathan Khan is stretching the legs on the far side, so is Justin Palmer. Some tired bodies out there, tired legs. But it looks like this game may well be settled in the 90. Long ball from Peden. Coulter wins a header, cushions it down to Donachie. Donachie, good ball in there for Hughes, who skips over the challenge. And now there's McCabe. Oh, it's going to drop for Walker. Oh, good challenge at last by Kieran Smith. He had to make that one. And Nathan Khan is struggling big time with his cramp, and he's letting everybody know about it. And everybody in red, and I think basically everybody in green and white, are all the way back here to defend this corner. Into stoppage time. Cathal O'Reilly, right-footed in-swinger on top of Peden, and he catches well. He thought about bowling out and then remembered, no, I don't have to do that. And he'll just lie on the ball instead, and will be in no hurry to release it. And you have to think that might just be the last chance for Cleary Celtic to do anything back here. Massive kick from Peden, which is well received. McClure pressuring Quinn, and he wins it back and forces Quinn to slide that one out for a throw-in. We're about halfway through the 4 added on here at Stangmore Park. Enniskillen Rangers 2 minutes or so away from winning the 2024 Fonacab Craig Stanfield Junior Cup. For the first time in 5 years, denying Cleary Celtic a first ever title. I mentioned our Enniskillen Rangers will go back to league action. Yes, even this late in the season. Tumry Athletic have 2 games to go, one tomorrow, and then a big one on Tuesday night between Enniskillen Rangers and Tumry Athletic, that if Tumry win tomorrow, it'll go to the last day. The side that Enniskillen Rangers beat in the semi-final, but fail to win tomorrow, and the league title goes to Enniskillen Rangers, so they could be celebrating 2 in a weekend. Incredible. Otherwise, it'll go to the last day on Tuesday night, and the old foes Tumry and Enniskillen Rangers will meet again. Robinson with interception. Down the line, Lavery skips inside. There's Keelan again. He's just so athletic. He has kept running all night. Jason Keenan, and he has got his goal. It looks like it is secured. Well, it has secured the title for Enniskillen Rangers as Brown gets that one away. Mark Hughes tries to bring it under control but can't. Byrne will keep it in down this side. No, he won't. Throw into Cleary Celtic. We are into the last 30 seconds or so here. I'd even say I think Cleary Celtic they know it's all over. They'll want to keep playing right to the end. Donaghy will leave it to Stephen McCabe to take this throw in. It's a long throw, but away by McManus. There's the captain, Smith. Brown. Quinn, will he have time to send it long? Plays out on the right for O'Reilly. O'Reilly delivers. Was it blocked? Doesn't matter. Peden gets to it. Referee checks his watch. That must be us now. And Enniskillen Rangers with 2 second-half goals from William Burley and Jason Keenan will be bringing the Junior Cup back to Fermanagh. Peden sends it long. That's it. It's all over. It's official. Enniskillen Rangers are the 2024 Fonacow Craig Stanfield Junior Cup champions. 2 second-half goals, I mentioned, William Burley and Jason Keenan have won this trophy the first time since 2019. An old friend will be getting back into their hands tonight. 2 subs from Stephen McFrederick, bringing on Joel Byrne and Burley, the man who scored the first goal, really made the difference. But there's so many excellent performances. Commiserations go to Cleary Celtic. They put in an excellent shift tonight, but just beaten by an experienced side, a team that have done this before, but are enjoying this nonetheless. An excellent final, a really competitive one, a really enjoyable one. It's finished here at Stangmore Park. Cleary Celtic 0, Enniskillen Rangers 2. We'll be back with you very shortly for the trophy presentations. back, ladies and gentlemen. We're almost ready here for the presentations. First of all, will be the officials this evening in a moment here. We're actually getting our man of the match presentation. First of all, that's Nathan Kahn. A super game in midfield. Set up the second goal with his free kick that Owen McManus nodded down for Jason Keenan to finish. Controlled things in midfield all evening long. And a deserved man of the match recipient there for Nathan Kahn. And now I think we're going to have our officials. Our referee name was Anthony Russell. Let plenty go. I think had a good game overall. He's the first to get his medals along with his assistants Jason Maxwell and Matthew English. And the fourth official is Keith McVitie this evening, so a proud evening for them too. Recognition of their good work this season to get into the officiating for this Junior Cup final. And as I said, I think they had a pretty good evening, all things considered. And then we're going to have our runners-up medals here now for Cleary Celtic, who you have to say, commiserations then. They put up an excellent fight this evening. Their supporters down below us here giving plenty of support to their boys. They just couldn't break down this experienced Enniskillen Rangers side. And unfortunately for them, this season they came second in the Carnbean League, the Newry and Mourne leagues. And now they've come second in this Junior Cup. But still an excellent season for Cleary Celtic under their manager, head coach, should I say, Robert Quinn. Certainly some talented players in that side, but ultimately have come up short this evening. And now we're going to see our winners, Enniskillen Rangers, come up to receive their medals, and then the Fonacab Craig Stanfield Junior Cup, one that has been at the club plenty of times before. No strangers in recent past. There's the head coach Stephen McFrederick up getting his medal first, and then letting his team come forward. There's the goalkeeper, Joe Peden. He had an excellent game tonight. Jimmy Robinson, the centre half as well. Just a really solid team performance all round for Enniskillen Rangers, and sadly for us, the presentation looks like it's going to take place facing the main stand away from us, but supporters on that far side, of which there are many in the red, making plenty of noise here. They won 3 in a row between 2017 and 2019. They lost the 2020 final, and now 5 years after their last triumph, they have the trophy again. You can see him waiting there at the very back with a fluorescent armband on, the number 10, Kieran Smith, their captain. He had an excellent game too. Probably also could have laid claim to a man of the match award. He's now coming forward to get this Junior Cup. And that's going to be a happy bus journey back down the M1 westward towards Enniskillen tonight. As I think Kieran Smith is in at the front of that crowd of players there. I'm sure we'll see the trophy go skyward here shortly. And there it goes. Smith's making everybody wait, but there it goes into the air, the champagne spraying, and the final piece of silverware for the 2023-2024 season goes the way of Enniskillen Rangers. The Fonacab Craig Stanfield Junior Cup champions are Enniskillen Rangers. And I say that'll be a happy night. They're probably delighted at the finals on a Friday. They can do some celebrating tonight. And a happy journey back down the M1 westwards to Enniskillen. A sad journey home for Cleary Celtic. They can be very proud of their efforts all season and this evening, but just ultimately come up short against a very strong and experienced Enniskillen Rangers side. Thanks for joining us here this evening. It's been a pleasure, a thoroughly enjoyable final, but it's finished here at Stangmore Park. Cleary Celtic 0, Enniskillen Rangers 2.